Shalom, family. Glory be to God, and blessed be the Lamb. I hope your Friday finds you safe and under no threat and at peace. Let's jump right in. You know, sometimes we can find ourselves involved in a game of gimmick and gunfiring every now and again. I reckon they'll all settle itself. At any rate, let's jump right in. You know, America has become a nation of traders. You finally did it. You finally managed to capitalize everything in the country, monetize everything in the country. Didn't I tell you? But you already understood that shit. What can't you buy here? If I I could go through a list of very ugly vices that most of us are. Well, this is Houston. Anyway, we ain't gonna start that shit. That most of us would shun. I can buy it. There is nothing that I can't buy for the right amount of money. And you finally did it. So the very last thing that had any value left in this country, your own citizens' loyalty is now officially on the market. You didn't know? Their loyalty and their fealty is on the market and sold to the highest bidder. To the highest bidder. Imagine that. But I am not surprised. I'm not. This is what happens to capitalism at the end. I told you it guts itself out. It starts off as some weirded out kind of feudalism, where the people, the very same people that brought you feudalism a few hundred years ago, have now marked feudalism into capitalism. It's the same families controlling the exact same wealth. And they go by weirded out, changed in, and changed up ass names, mostly made up. And then they hire others to keep it all steady and balanced under one system or the other. And then they teach it to everybody else. It's always some kind of ism. Capitalism, socialism, feudalism, liberalism. It all comes from the same source. I'm not using that word ever again in conjunction with what I'm speaking on right now. That is just so disrespectful. Strike that from the record. It was a Freudian slip. A Freudian slip. Brainstem effort. Nothing more than that. No deep thinking at all. Right out the brainstem. Right out the back of the neck. Never even got the, analysis of the brain. Just sort of jumped right out there. Jumped right out there. So think about that. Your loyalty is for sale. I mean, you're talking about a damn country being over. That's over. Your loyalty is on the open market. Damn, I bet your founding fathers would be flipping over in their grave. They openly, but shit rolls downhill though. Shit does travel downhill. I mean, it's more than just a philosophical statement. You have your politicians up there, they getting caked off with big bucks. Big bucks. Why they hold a minimum wage at $7.50 and a non-living wage. Everybody working underneath the government or within it, they getting caked off a little bit too. I don't mean to call them like they're all just being bribed. I'm just saying they make a livable wage that most of us don't. And I would imagine that would entail and cause some type of loyalty just based on that fact alone. Who wouldn't want to make that much money a month? I'm just saying, this ain't personal. This ain't personal, okay? But all the way up that ladder, everybody has been caked off. So why the hell wouldn't you have your citizens feel like, well, then shit, if they're doing it and not getting in any kind of trouble, why shouldn't I sell my own loyalty? It's worth something. Apparently, it's at the very least worth $7,000 per post by, you know, it's Friday night, man. And I see the whole damn panel of them. I mean, it's two white guys, an Asian, six white ass women, and the yellow man over there. And they just happen to be there, all of them making $7,000 a post. But he should understand, yellow man, that your hair started out as black. That shit is not real. And please, man, will somebody please hurry up with the Make Me White pill? Please, we need the scientists on it. Get us a Make Me White pill. That way he can represent how he really wants to represent. Something's wrong with that dude. I've never seen, man, you know what? Now they'll say that I'm singling him out. But why shouldn't he? Why shouldn't he? He's espousing murder and rape and genocide in our skin. He looks like me, talks like me, walks like me. Someone already is fucking confused. We can't be the same. Why don't he just shut up? Why don't he just be quiet, or at least announce to the audience who he works for and what he fucking represents? And then he won't come under constant attack. But as long as you sit in your dumbass staff looking like you are the representation of all things black, then this is what it's gonna be. Period. Because I said, month after month after month after month after month and a month of Sundays to simply identify yourself and separate from your brother. You know you hate your brother, and your brother ain't too keen on you. So what is the problem here? What is the problem here? While extrapolating further upon the topic of Yellowhead, then we shall be moving on, because quite honestly, it's unremarkable. It's just that he's, and people like him are there. They up in the UN, raising their hands in a veto, the lone hand in the UN to continue the killing. My tongue got tied. To continue murdering and genocide and ethnic cleansing people. Vote was made by, guess what? Someone who looks like that guy. Another black man masquerading as a black man, but really ain't no black man. I heard one black man say that his family had white spirits in them. That's what he said in open court after he tried to kill every last one of them. I seen the trial. I was just as dumbfounded as you. What did he just say? He said that them is not his family. That's not the way they left. And they got white spirits in them, so he tried to shoot and stab every last one of them. Ain't that something? A man was willing to sacrifice his entire bloodline to simply get rid of demons, either real or perceived. Either way, this is what the man said. Is it more than theoretical? Because if it is, he probably shouldn't be locked up. I think they gave him 65 years. Anyway, I've espoused too much on that already. It's starting to sound like I am in favor of slaughtering one's family. No, I'm not. No, I'm not. They know what I'm in favor of. They know full well what the hell that I'm in favor of. Again, while it's not unremarkable, we won't be remarking on it tonight. But look how much that you are sold out. Why ain't you sold out at? Why ain't you sold the fuck out? I mean, it was only a matter of time. $7,000 a post. Shit, they can bring me 7,000 a goddamn post, and I started seeing supportive things about them. With my tongue in my cheek, but hey, I'm willing to sell too. No, I ain't. I'm lying. I'm making a mockery. Because they've made a mockery of their country, their history, their constitution, themselves, and every fucking thing around them for that dollar bill. I need not a man engaged in lust of anything, up to and including money. And they just running their ass around here in pompous ass suits as they make a life altering and sometimes death dealing decisions on someone else's life, day in and day out, day in and day out, and no one calls them on it. And as an added bonus, they are so connected and powerful and rich. They have the power to act like a teenage girl, mad at her father. Like, say for instance, a voter tells them something that they don't like. Then they have the added option of getting out or putting you out and slamming the door. Who else does that? That's what my teenage daughter used to do. Man, she was a professional door slammer. She slammed the, when she wasn't slamming doors, she was throwing my coffee mugs. She knew just what to hit me at. I'll break every coffee mug in this goddamn house, including this one, your favorite. You look like you ordered this one. What's this, porcelain? I'll crack the hell out of it. Well, that's how she was. But that's how these guys are. The thing is, they can't get away from it now. It's the reverse of the aggravating as a daughter. It's the other kind of daughter that's going to make you hear her. She'll follow your ass from room to room to room to room. You gon' hear what she got to say. Period. End of discussion. No matter what you do or what you say, if you're going to hit her, you might as well go on and do it. And you still is going to hear what she have to say, albeit with some added benefit now. You just made it worse. You just should have sit your ass down and heard her out in the first motherfucking place. And that's what these guys are doing. Finally being wants to sit the fuck down and listen. Damn. Even to each other. You can't see the shit. You can't look at your suits and see each of you have on the same motherfucking suits, same lapel pins, same types of shoes. Some of you even got silk ties and socks. We are talking about a $1,500 to $2,000 get-up where the 400-pound linen shirt is $175. You know what I'm talking about. Most of us poor folks don't even worry about the linen count, but you and I know a good linen shirt has to be at least over 250 thread count for it to even act right and be worth your look. That's why they only sell them at fancy places like Nordstrom. No, you ain't gonna get this at the Family Dollar. You ain't gonna get this at the goddamn neighborhood Walmart either. No, you not. No, you not. And you gonna lose that bill. I'm talking about that century mark inside your wallet. That's gone. Plus 50 more. You, you, you like them heavy? There you go. Like them like they used to be? There you go. It's $175 to complete your suit. But that's what it is. It's just a puffed up ass suit with $75 ties, $30 socks, $150 goddamn polo Oxford shirts and shit, running a dumbass around like they have earned some shit. They've earned the right to rule over you by, I guess that you voted for them. But anyway, that ain't what we're talking about. Listen, I won't be talking about you tonight. I'm going to talk at you. I'm going to talk at you. You know what I'm saying? Because talking around you can be rather insulting, because even though I feel rather strange addressing you as men, I'll bite the bullet. I prefer to think of you as people masquerading as whatever they have to be at any given time to get what they want. It's just that this time, your masquerade is that of a man. But I respect it. I will respect it. Let's be real. So they sit around, or you sit your asses around and you make decisions on everybody's life for centuries. If not you, it's somebody who looks like you all the time. As if this is your world and we just live in it. It's your world, okay? And you own everything in it. Apparently, even as people. I know this because you can make decisions on their lives which cost them their life and not lose an hour of sleep. Not at all. Not at all. I've seen you to do it and meet up and stand in front of microphones and have a bottle of water and ass slap, well, close enough, elbow slap each ass slap. I don't know what you be doing in y'all private life, but you do look kind of goddamn friendly to be men. You only scowl when you're in front of cameras. But we all know that you're basically friends and you run in the same circles and you have the same clients and you have the same donors and you have the same understandings about life, your life and everybody else's life. These are your understandings taught to you by people who I would assume that you love and you trusted. But my friends, guess what? They fucked you up. They fucked you up mentally. They fucked you up psychologically. They fucked you up emotionally. And once they got you started, you've been fucking each other up ever since. Ever since, as per generation. As per generation. And because no one has ever had the ability to stop you or to not even get in the room with you and talk to you like this, hell to the no. You got too much motherfucking power. Get that nigga out of here. Who let him in? Who invited him? Where'd he get them cheap ass shoes for? What's them, Stacey Adams? Hey, get this nigga the fuck up out of here, man. In here masquerading like he one of us. Sir, it's time for you to understand. You have power. You have a power structure. You have a social construct. You understand what these terms mean, right? I'm sure you do. I'm sure you understand what these terms mean because they were built and maintained and created by people like you. You exist within it, and you see everything below you. Maybe that's the problem. You're always looking up, never looking down. Maybe you should look down every now and then. Realize where all that trash from the top is going. It's going in people's yard and shit. You just dumping trash just wantonly, never looking down. People live down there, motherfucker. God damn. But anyway, you don't have a choice now. Here's what's happening. You have power. You have a power structure. You have a social construct. Correct? Now, what if I told you that just adjacent sitting to that, there is another power structure, another construct? It doesn't seek to overtake yours. Not at all. I'm just saying that you should recognize that it is there. You do see it, right? I know you see it. It's right beside you. There's no way not to see it. But to act as though it is not there, then sooner or later it becomes a dangerous proposition. Dangerous on its face. Dangerous on its face. The other wouldn't even have to necessarily threaten you in any kind of way, and it would be still seen from a professional perspective of someone involved in, say, military matters, intelligence matters. It's just a bad deal. It's just a bad deal. At some point, you have to say something. Quit being stupid and quit running from the truth. There's nowhere else to run. I promise you this. Earth is a prison. All you criminal motherfuckers, you on the right planet. This the place where you check in and never check out. You can't leave. Not even by rocket ship. They have tried. And they hit the firmament. And they have to come right back. There's no escape. This is a crime scene. America is a crime scene, largely brought to you by the likes of gentlemen like this, usually in puffed up suits. But before there was puffed up suits, they would wear feathers on their motherfucking head. After feathers, it would be wooden twigs and stones on their goddamn head. And then it was the silver crowns, and then the gold crowns, and then the gold crowns with the diamonds. God damn. Now somebody else will just say it's one big ass ring around my head. If it's, and depends on what the color of the ring is, that's who the king is. Get all that shit the fuck up out of here. You don't believe it. I don't believe it. God don't believe it. The devil don't believe it. And I know this because I see you violate it day after day after day after day. Fuck your beliefs. They mean nothing. You are exhausting. Damn, you would not believe that I haven't written down bullet points. Hear me speak. You would think that I wrote some of this shit down. No, this is what you do. Time you stack words inside of a motherfucker throat, and they just waiting to get out. I don't even have to think about it because they have been pre-thought for you. Pre-thought, the politician, the powerful one who doesn't understand it's not business as usual. Unless you understand this and you're saying without saying that we, meaning me and you and Source, are engaged in a test of wills. Are we engaged in a test of wills? I don't know, you know, Source doesn't mind being engaged in a test of wills. This won't be the first time. It won't be the first time. Mankind does this shit from time to time. He tests the wills. We never know if he's testing his own or the other parties, but it is a test of wills. Are we engaged in a test of wills, sir? Sir. Because the way I look at it, you hurt people, and I have a rule. People who hurt others should be hurt. My rule is pretty fucking straightforward, and it's right out the Bible. Eye for an eye, tooth for tooth, limb for limb, life for life. See, you can't go wrong with that. Who wouldn't like that? Who wouldn't like that kind of a environment? Eye for an eye, limb for limb, tooth for tooth, life for life. Who wouldn't like that, sir? Who couldn't live by that? You. That's why you don't employ fully the biblical. How can I put this? I want these right words right because this is a complex sentence that I'm about to make. This is why you cannot weave the full essence of biblical scholarly thinking into your constitution, even though it is the constitution and the country based on Christianity. Somebody give me $550. That is a $550 statement right there. Right there. In any damn lecture hall, that's worth 500 plus. And not only that, most of their mammoths have already paid the fee. I just gave them their money's worth. They paid for the lecture. I'm supposed to sound like this. This is what the fuck they paid the good money for. At least that's what they tell me. Somebody been stealing my money. I ain't got a dime of it yet. I'm working on it though. But I'm willing to do this for free, provided that we can straighten these people over here out. And what does straightening out mean? So here's where we are. Business as usual is over. You need, or y'all need, I'm an old Texas boy, so y'all just got it. Y'all, I know that's so damn country. Y'all gotta, you know, some of the folks if you use that term, y'all, they'll want you to clean that shit up. Who the fuck is y'all? Are you talking about that group of y'all or that group of y'all? I mean, because it's a lot of, sir, you should just leave because we don't take too kindly to you using that type of verbiage around these parts. Y'all. Never expressing who you're personally talking to. Like you talking to the state. Like you talking to the block or some shit. Maybe you're talking into the city. I don't know, man. It's best that you just leave. Because clearly you ain't from around here. You ain't from around here. And you need to be quiet on your way out. God knows what else he gonna say. Son, just leave. And be quiet on your way out. Shit. But are we having a test of wills? We're not. We're not. Here's what's really going on. You're afraid. You're afraid of them. You're afraid of you. You're afraid of your wives and loved ones finding this out and that out, and you're afraid of me. Damn, you just circled about. You're like a planet with a strong gravitational pull. And all you pulling in is fear and act right. Fear and act right. I act right because I fear. I act right in the eyes of someone else because I fear. I act right because I don't want to lose nothing. I act right because I may be hauled up on charges or some weirded out ass investigation. That's all going on with you. Fear and act right. Damn. You do realize that that's way out of place for people such as yourself. That's out of place for people such as, how did you get yourself in this type of a situation anyway? Goodness gracious, how many are there? How many of you are there? I mean, that's wrapped up in this game of fear and act right. Because if I don't, they'll make me lose something. Fear and act right. Exactly. Exactly. Fear and act right. That be you. That's why I don't put myself in neither of those positions at the same time. I'm either over here in the fear, or I'm already engaged in the act right. Never am I engaged in both. Never, because I'm smart, and you're not. How old are you anyway? Some of them 40, 50, 60, shit. Some of these bitches are 78, 80 years old and are still doing the same stupid shit. I mean, goodness gracious, they really think that it's a business, as if it's a game, as if it's a money-making enterprise. And the fact that they vote and they politic is a secondary action that's pretty much not even related to the first action. Again, that's another $550. Damn. That's another 500 plus. Lock the doors, because some of them, they're going to try to say that their debit card don't work. Alert the authorities. we have a card reader right here. Start from the goddamn line, because I'm giving your ass a lecture. And I'm giving them a lecture. They still don't understand. Do I have to tell you? I've been nice. I put it this way. Another power structure sits beside your power structure, either right beside or adjacent. This power structure is supreme to your power structure. Your power structure is based on guns, bullets, and the spilling of blood, and lies, and plans, and schemes, and plots, and understandings. The other one is based on spirituality, the old-fashioned kind, the ancient kind, the only one that matters. Now, your power structure cannot possibly control, manipulate, alter, or defeat the other power structure. So what do? Once you understand this knowledge, what do? Do you submit or do you make war? This is more than a philosophical fucking question. Do you submit or do you make war? Do you find peace or do you make war? For the purposes of this rant or this lecture that they up to $1,500, which I'm never going to get, they are the same thing. No value at all. Do you choose peace or do you choose fucking war? Fuck that. There is no such thing as right and wrong anymore. Which do you choose? This choice you can make guilt-free, embarrassment-free, shame-free. Peace or war? Peace or war? Life or death? Either that man's or your life. Which is it? Because clearly you've never been forced into making a damn choice here. You just march your way through life and the lives of others and other countries, and you just do what the fuck you want to do. As long as you can get together, you and your boys, and write something down, pardon me, debate some issues something's trying to slow me down. It's getting in my throat. That's God's filter. Man, slow down. Hey, you catching up. I'm laying the track for you, but you're right on my ass. You need to slow down, son. While I lay the track, damn, you gonna run me over. At any rate, you don't have the option of not listening. Not anymore. You don't have the option of making war against God. Not anymore. No one's asking you for anything. This was made fucking clear from the fucking start. We were never asking you for anything. We were stating how things are going to be. Let that sink in, because you need to get all of your surprise out of you, all of your anger and rage out of you. Let that sink in. Breathe in deep. Do you drink? This will be the time to go fix your ass a vodka and lime twist or some shit. You do drink the good vodka, huh? I'm not a white liquor man myself. Not myself. Every time I would drink white liquor, I'd either kick the door in or some shit, found myself in some kind of goddamn scuffle, or tossed out of a fucking nightclub or some shit. I don't know what that should be. Or at the worst, trying to feel my way out of the club. The combination of the bass and all that alcohol, it be a bit much, and it makes me temperamental. It really does. But you know what changed all that for me? My so-called temperamental nature was the first time I found that I caught myself in a real live fucking bar fight. My temperamental nature went right out the window, and I told myself immediately, never again. It's too much shit going on at the same time. There's 2 or 3 beers in the air at all times. I wasn't even involved in it. I'm trying to get out of it. I seen the shit coming. I'm making my way toward the door in elbow stand-up room only. And yet, I get hit in the back of the head with a Long Island tea glass. Left my head feeling warm and wet stuff running down the nape of my neck. I didn't do nothing wrong. Plus, I was a big spender that night. And look at the things I got. A cracked ass skull. Never again. At first, I seriously, I thought I would engage. It looks like my type of environment. Fuck it, just hit somebody. I just started swinging. Put your back on the wall, and when one run by you pop his ass. Shit, engage. All this drinking and, how you say that word? Testosterone, shit talking, and beer bottles is already in the air. There's no need to set this one out. And then I learned a valuable lesson. Yes, it is. Get out of the club before it starts, because some bitches will hurt you. They don't even have to know you. But anyway, back to these guys here. We're not having a power struggle, are we? We're not having a test of wills either, are we? It's like I said, I really think that some of you want to do the right thing. But I think that you are seriously, and I'm not just saying this to be insulting or to be belittling. I've watched enough movies and been in enough street level situations that sometimes a nigga just scared. It's simple as fucking that. And they got every right to be scared. But fucking, particularly if you're dealing with someone who may harm you, when they offer you bullets, when they offer you gold or lead, because you don't have in you that upon the offer that you take the gold and then you shoot them in the face. See, you don't have that shit in you. And so you get yourself in these situations that you can't get out, like with fake tapes, video, caught in moments of moral turpitude or the violation thereof. But in the meantime, you sold yourself as an image, a family man, a family woman, with wife and children, might even go to church on Sunday. But here you is in a video of a packet salivating at little Susie over there. She is a fine specimen, ain't she? If I must say so myself, but sir, we must resist the urge. We must all resist the urge. Take Susie out of here. Susie, don't bring your ass back up in here. Not you. Not you, Susie. You are just too sussy. Let's fuck out of here. Take her out of here. Damn, dude. Damn. Man, shake it off. Damn. Hey, he acts like a reverse female dog in heat. I mean, what's wrong with this dude? I mean, he just smelling the air and shit. Hey, calm down. Never bring Susie back. Bring somebody else in here when we want to have an example of a fine, sexy thing. Because apparently, he just can't get past this now. Make sure Susie is safe and see him out. Make sure he is off of the property. Completely off the property. In fact, follow him home and make sure he makes it there safely. Damn, I've never seen such lust. This was, I could feel it way over here. Shit, I felt shame for him. But we're not having a test of wills. No, you're having a fear factor induced situation. And who are you afraid of? People with money. And you got money. This is why they had to get you good. See, this is why you can't make rich people steal nothing, and they still do it. They still steal, but they steal in a damn different way. But try to get rich people to do anything that they don't want to do, and watch what the fuck happens. They got enough money to where they're going to call somebody. They're going to call someone. Sir, there's no one you can call this time. It's just not. You can pray. If your idea is to stack up on the side of what I represent, then you should pray. You should pray for me, and you should pray for you. God would tell me to pray for my enemies. You are my enemy, right? You are our enemies, right? Because if you are, then we shall be praying for you. I don't know, well, what would we, I mean, dude, it's going to be weird too. What should we pray? Should we pray for your well-being? We all got guns around here. You got a gun, he got a gun, they got 1,000 guns, and your men got 1,000. Should we be praying for each other's well-being? Maybe. Maybe we should say a prayer to good health. Huh? Maybe we should pray for peace on the world stage. I don't know what the hell. God, what did you mean? Pray for my enemy. What am I to ask you? The only thing that I could possibly ask is that you stop being my enemy so we don't have to kill each other. And I'm not forced to feel like that I have to harm you. Most harm comes from that position right there, leaving no one no choice. There always is a choice. It's for nincompoops. Actually, it's nincompoop thinking. You don't have to understand it. But it is what it is. Leave a motherfucker with no other choice, and he might do something bad. When it comes to food, life, women, alcohol, drugs, money, politics, and especially religion. They will kill you over all that shit. All of it. Many men have lost their life over all of that. All of it. But you, sir, not you. You don't even want to lose your reputation, let alone your life. Not even your reputation. Wow. So because a group of men and women, I would presume, don't want to lose their built reputation and maintained image that we all know is fake as hell. I don't even know why they do it anymore at this point. Because they can't deal with this, or they're afraid of what would normally happen, not normally, nominally. I want to clear that up. Nominally, not normally. Look it up if you got it. meaning that it's their regular. Okay? It's their regular. Then, oh boy, maybe I should take a breath because, see, sometimes I just feel myself sliding. Look at what you only got 20 minutes left. But I can squeeze in a lot of ugly stuff in 20 fucking minutes. A lot of ugly stuff, and up to it and including saying shit like some of you just simply need to be set free. Let's just be straight. You can't be scared forever. You can't be scared forever. I'm going to say this again. No one judges you but you. You are the judger at the end of the day. God don't make you feel guilty. Your knowledge of what normal is or what mainstream is and what ideological wrong or right is what makes you feel the guilty. Quite frankly, it is a internal working of thought. No one or anything on the outside of you made you feel not a goddamn thing. No, you felt it on your own. Let's just be clear. You felt this shit on your own. I don't know the last time I've felt real emotion. I don't. Maybe I have trained myself out of it. Maybe. I don't know. But even if I did, it wouldn't be like yours. You could not blackmail me. Try. Watch what the fuck happen. I'm not gonna hurt you. At least not over the damn blackmailing, because ain't nothing I like. Ain't nothing in my life that I'm not willing to lose. If I meant that shit, I did that shit, and that's just the end of it. And if they can't get with the program, they just got to deal with it. But you ain't gonna get my money. Talking about you gonna go file this and tell this person that and this person this, and you gonna ruin me. You gonna ruin me. In front of who? These people? These people? These people. The American citizen. I'm sorry, Mr. and Mrs. American citizen, but you know the truth. I shouldn't even have to say this. Is there any way that they can shock you? Can they shock you, Mr. White American, Black American, Mexican American, Asian American, Indian American, AAPI American, have I left anyone out? Muslim American, which I hope that takes care of the entire Middle East, and the African American by truest definition, meaning that them niggas is literally from Africa. We all agree. We've seen it all. Can you just tell the truth and free yourself? Goodness gracious, how much longer can you take it? Or do something different? I mean, there's two ways out this shit, actually. You tell the truth and be done with it, and you take the lick. You tell the truth and you just take the lick. Now, some people will call that manhood, especially if the lick is a smash in the face that wifey is gonna see and hear and feel. And ergo with your children and your mothers and fathers and people who respect you and love you. But sir, let's be clear. You have been hiding this portion of your life from them. So we're going to drop that right there. But now on to these guys here who I said earlier, maybe we should just set you free. We know who you are. You do know this, right? And it would be listen, I would feel so wrong. But I don't know why I would feel wrong. I would feel wrong on the most basic level because I know that it hurt you emotionally, which I'm not supposed to give a fuck about. But I know that you give a fuck about immensely. So I hesitate. But you know who you are. You so deep in the fucking closet, man. Just come out. Okay? Stop. I mean, I've been watching for years, dude. Years. I've been watching politics since I was 14 years old, reading opinions and editorials politically since I was 14 years old, since the Vietnam War. Stop it. Every now and then, people like you build an image because they think that everybody hates homosexuals. If you It's called the Harvey Milk effect, maybe. Or you got a little bit of Harvey Milk in you. Huh? Anyway, forget Harvey Milk. I'm just saying. Now, the world hates gays. So therefore, I got to build up an image of me having what I think is mainstream images. A wife and a child and a house and a picket fence and a goddamn dog. And I best to have one of them mini caravans to send the wife out to football game practice on Saturdays. You have to have a whole 9 yards. And you have to live consciously like this? Consciously? My God. You wake up every morning and put on a whole fucking costume? Jeez, I feel sorry for you. I've always said that if I was gay, you would definitely know it. I mean, I'd be the type of gay I'm talking about. You gotta know it. Red dress, candy apple red lipstick, candy apple red, um, pumps and white stockings, and a $1,000 wig on your ass. You couldn't tell me not a goddamn thing. Not a goddamn thing, would you tell me? Because I'm gonna know how to walk the walk and talk the talk, and I'm not gonna hide a damn thing about myself. You either take me or you leave me. It's real goddamn simple. Take or leave. Take or leave. Deal with it or don't. And the way out is that way. It's always that way. In the morning, it will always be that way. You don't have to accept anything. That's all I'm saying, man. Now, I think I struck a nerve because they really think that I'm gonna just give up a bunch of guys that we both know what's going on. But I'm not. It's Friday night. I would never do that on a Friday night. And I really don't want to do it to them at all because I'm not anti-gay. I'm not anti-LGBT. I just don't give a fuck about that kind of stuff. I don't. I'm nowhere in your political spectrum at all. Nothing is intentional as is meant to cause harm based on your on your politics or your social status at all, or your ranking in the social order or the construct. It doesn't work like that for me. I don't care. The problem is you fake each other over so much that when someone else tells you honest shit like, I don't care, you don't get it. Because when you say it, you don't really mean it. Because you go right back to engaging in or engaging with the very people that you said you just didn't give a fuck about. That's what you do. I've watched it over and over and over. First you hate them, then you love them. Then you love them, then you hate them. And then it's the family reunion. It's the company barbecue. It's the Christmas office party. Well, you have to be at least cordial. Before you know it, bygones is bygones. And anyway, what I'm saying is I don't operate like that. It's never based on you like that. In fact, I'm never fully even talking to your ass. I'm talking to that which dwells inside of you. Listen, I speak to that which dwells inside. And we're going to wrap this one up. I think we have a better understanding here with these guys. They may not like it, and they may not even do anything, but not make any move at all. Just stand still. Don't move. That is a good question. I mean, that is a good tactic. That is a good tactic. When surrounded, be still. That is a good tactic. Will keep you alive. When surrounded, be still. There's no sense in moving around. Find you a spot quiet where you can watch them search for you and be quiet. You should stay there unless you have to flush like a rabbit, meaning they finally seen that one eye peeking out that peeking out that crack. I told you to not look between them cracks. Now they know where your ass at, and now you're off and running again. Until you can find another spot where you can do what? Be still. Sir, all you guys are good with me. I'm just calling a spade a spade. You know, and you know, and you know, and those 4 or 5 guys most certainly know. Y'all need to figure this shit out because it's being used as a weapon against you. Don't you see it? How long will you allow another group or man or woman to use you against you? I feel sorry for you. I really do. And you need to fix that shit. You need to fix that shit. If I was going to harm you, I could have done this last year. I've known since last year. And you keep pointing that crooked, pale, white ass finger, preaching at others like you are, shall we say, a Christian? And you very may well be. Far be it for me to make comment on your understanding of religion and Jesus and God and your relationship with him. I I'm I don't mean to do that. It's above my pay grade. But you have to fix this. How long will they do this to you? Because that's what they're doing. And they know that we know too. And now think about this. Even though they know I know, they know you know, and they know. They got so much motherfucking confidence in you, that even in the midst of all of that, you still would never come clean. Even though it is clear there is no other way out. Enjoy the rest of your night. I am Source. I'm 7. I am 1.